So now we will think about some wondering questions. So when we wonder about a story, we share our feelings or our ideas. So there are no right or wrong answers. Okay, so it's about how you feel about the story. There's no correct way, there's no wrong way. It's just your feelings, what you feel in your heart. Okay. So the first one to think about and to wonder about, I wonder what part of the story you liked.
I liked the part where they finally the little guy up in the tree started him off with an idea of what he could do. And then everybody chimed in, and I liked that part.
So Sally liked the part when the one boy stood up and said he had an idea and he started everybody thinking. Sally, I wonder why you liked that part.
Because it was a little kid and he had a good idea. And that I think everybody felt that if a little kid could have a good idea, well, I can too.
So Sally liked that part because she liked that the boy was so young. He was a little kid and he had a good idea. And that made others think, well, I can do it too. Thank you for sharing, Sally.
I agree. And I just want to add, I like the little boy who stand up first, and then the woman, and then the man, so that I feel a sense of a community that each one, no matter you are young, you are female, you are male, that everyone can really contribute to something to some extent. And so that is not a certain character that is super powerful, but each one of us are quite equal and can really make a change in our own roles.
So Jingren liked the part when everybody stood up and contributed, not just one person. Everyone had ideas. I wonder why you liked that part.
Because that gives me a sense of community and also the affirmation of each individual, that no matter about the gender, the age, that there is a message that we are all powerful in making changes to the world.
Yeah, so I'm hearing from Jingren that she liked that part because it was when everyone came together as a community and everyone made a difference, not just one person. I wonder if you ever had to solve a problem. And I wonder how you solved that problem.
Well, for me, I once can't figure out an answer to a math task. And I think it through for like half an hour, but I feel that I still don't know why. I still don't know how to do it. So I asked help from my friends, and then she taught me, like she did not just tell me the answer, but she also lead me through the question, like, why should we think that way? How is the logic going? And finally, I kind of understood. And I feel like that sometimes the problem, like it's not a big problem, but a small question. But if sometimes we feel powerless to solve it, we can always ask for help. We can ask advice from our peers, and from our friends, from the community. Then we can solve the problem together.
So Jingren had a problem with a really tough math question. And it was so hard for her. And she ended up having a friend who came and helped her take the time and explain and eventually solve the problem. Thank you for sharing. Sally, I wonder if you've ever had to solve a problem. And I wonder how you solve that.
I recently was one who helped to solve a problem because my grandkids had early rehearsals and their mother's car had to go into the shop to pass inspection. So we figured out that my son-in-law could take the kids to school and I could follow their mother to the inspection station, and then I could drive her to her school. And so we solved the problem, and I was really glad I didn't have to get up so early to get my grandchildren to rehearsal at 10:07 at school in the morning. And I could take my daughter at 7:30 to take her car and then take her to school. Doesn't sound like much, but I liked not having to get up totally early, but that's how I was able to help them.
Yeah, thank you. So Sally shared about a time that she helped her family solve a problem with taking the kids to school and with the car being in the shop and needing to be repaired. So Sally helped to solve that problem and make sure that the grandkids were where they needed to be. So you helped solve that problem. And I wonder, Sally, how did that make your daughter feel? That when you helped her?
She said to me, "Mom, you're always rescuing me." And that made me feel good.
Yeah, thank you. So when you helped her, your daughter was just so happy and so grateful. All right.
And
well,
I was
great.
glad to be able to do it.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you both for sharing your feelings and your experiences. Now for